here comes the undisputed champion.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing Imperium from Vienna, Austria, weighing in at 250 pounds, the undisputed WWE Champion, Gunther!
So Gunther, of course, looking to go into WrestleMania as champion, and we don't know who he'll be defending against yet because Brock Lesnar is not choosing who he wants to face, and we don't know who's won the Elimination Chamber yet. We only know there's one SmackDown guy even in there who's likely to even challenge Gunther, and that's John Cena. So Gunther, of course, now has to defend against Chad Gable at Elimination Chamber. Oh, it looks like Gable's going to confront him now. Gable, of course, the underdog coming into this feud. Of course, we know some of the names Gunther's knocked off, like Roman Reigns, John Cena, CM Punk. And Gable, I guess, isn't really on the same level as some of those guys. So nobody really expects him to win, but he is definitely a wild card option of somebody who could beat Gunther. And it would be such a big deal, too, ahead of WrestleMania. I mean, Gunther's held the title so long at this point, he might as well just carry it into Mania, it feels like. But Gable could very well beat that possibility at the Elimination Chamber. Chad, I think you are a great competitor, and one day potentially you could be the World Heavyweight Champion, but no offense here. You, of all people, are not knocking me off before WrestleMania when I've knocked off guys like John Cena and Roman Reigns and CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. I don't think you're going to be doing much before WrestleMania, Chad.
To be fair, Gunther, people have made up, and I know I'm the underdog going into this. Don't worry, I know you're you. I mean, you're one of the most dominant wrestlers on the planet right now. You're just as dominant as Stephanie. You're just as dominant as Randy Orton. If I'm not more. I know how dominant you are. I mean, but Rey Mysterio beat the Big Show. The Giants beat the Patriots. It's really, upsets happen all the time, and I want to be the next one on that long list.
You don't have the responsibility gene in you that I have entering WrestleMania, because you have to understand that there's a good chance this isn't the only underdog match you're going into, because then you might have to face Brock Lesnar or anybody who comes out of the Elimination Chamber, and it's a pretty stacked lineup. So
that is completely okay. That's completely okay with me. I don't hate being an underdog, and honestly, if I beat you, Gunther, I could beat anyone.
Whatever you say. I hope we have a great match, but you're not who's gonna dethrone me.
Just one thing, don't underestimate me.
So Gable talking down to the world champion, and let's see if he can really pull off that upset come WrestleMania, or Elimination Chamber. So coming up next, we have some Elimination Chamber qualifier matches. And here comes Shotzi Blackheart here to take on Kairi Sane tonight. And of course, the Women's Elimination Chamber will only have SmackDown Superstars, so there'll be 6 qualifying matches, and the reason for that being because Roxanne Perez chose to face Liv Morgan on Raw at WrestleMania. So now, this is for who gets to face Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. So Shotzi looking to take down Kairi Sane tonight, and Kairi looks to get herself back into the Women's World title picture. She was Women's World Champion toward the end of the year last year. Looks to get the championship back here in 2026. There's more qualifying matches tonight as Bianca Belair will take on Sol Ruca and Io Sky will take on Maxine Dupree. And there's a men's qualifying match too, as tonight LA Knight in the main event will take on Braun Breaker for who will get the second spot for the SmackDown side of the men's elimination chamber. Cena took the first one. And here comes Kairi Sane looking to get herself in the women's elimination chamber so she could challenge Rhea Ripley, who honestly, Kairi is a big reason Rhea Ripley's even champion right now. So it will feel kind of full circle if she could win the elimination chamber and face Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. So here we go. And Shotzi takes a big shot at Kairi there, and Kairi shoves her off and cross body there from Kairi Sane. So can Shotzi knock off Kairi, or will Kairi get herself back in the Women's Championship picture and go on to face Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania if she can win the Women's Elimination Chamber? And roundhouse kick shot there from Kairi, or sorry, from Shotzi, and it takes down Kairi Sane there. Missed the drop kick, Kairi. Tried to hit her with one of her own. Countered, and a enziguri there. Elbow. Another one. Going for the trifecta here, there's a third. Picks up Kairi Sane. Kairi grabs her boot. Enziguri again. Kairi there. Again, caught her. And another backbreaker to Kairi here. And another elbow. And now look at this. What Shotzi Blackheart thinking here. Grabs the arms of Kairi Sane while sitting on her backside and bending her. Going to do damage to the back of Kairi Sane, and now going to kick her in the back as well. Kairi get herself back into this match. Back and forth they go here on Friday Night SmackDown. A chance to get to the Women's Elimination Chamber.
So we're back and forth here.
And more punches traded here. But Kairi's going to ultimately win this battle. And Kairi Sane now, clothesline. Takes out Shotzi there. She wants to set her back up in the corner. It's Kairi thinking. And gets her. Can Kairi put this thing away? Goes to the top. Will Kairi punch her ticket to the Women's Elimination Chamber? She hits the elbow of the cover. 1, 2, 3, and Kairi's going to the chamber. Punches her ticket into the Women's Elimination Chamber by knocking off Shotzi here on Friday Night SmackDown. So Kairi is made official, the first official entrant in the Women's Elimination Chamber with a chance to go to WrestleMania to challenge Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Heavyweight title. Kurt Angle comes out here. Of course, we saw him attacked by Damian Priest last week, and the reason for that,
unreasonably, actually.
Yeah, and the reason for that, of course, because Kurt Angle took Priest out for about 9 months after breaking his ankle.
Okay, so the thing was, his ankle had a bug, and like Kurt was like, all right, I'm trying to get it off, Priest. I'm trying to get it off, according to Kurt.
You gotta wonder.
Attack him unreasonably.
You gotta wonder what Angle's out here to do right now. Alright, Damian. You want this battle? You got it. Alright? Okay, I've changed. I'm a changed man since I broke your ankle in the spring, alright? So if you want a match so bad and you're going to start attacking me and making this my problem, then you have one. You and me at Elimination Chamber, you piece of shit. Oh, an Angle. Making it clear to Priest that if he's going to make this his problem, they're going to just settle this at Elimination Chamber. Here we go, another qualifying match here for the Women's Elimination Chamber. Kairi Sane is already officially in the match after defeating Shotzi earlier tonight. So let's see who will be the second entrant in it, Bianca Belair or Sol Ruca.
Making her way to the ring from Knoxville, Tennessee, Bianca Belair.
Belair looking to win the Elimination Chamber and go on to finish her business with Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. But let's see, she's going to have to defeat Sol Ruca to get into the Elimination Chamber first. Or Sol Ruca a little newer, so Belair has to adjust to her rather than some of the people she's faced before. Here she is. Here we go, Belair versus Ruka here on Friday Night SmackDown to see who will get into the Elimination Chamber. First, only confirmed member so far, as I said earlier, was Kairi Sane. So who's going to be the second official entrant for the Chamber on February 14th, 2026 in Philly?
And so,
If Soul can knock off Bianca Belair tonight, that would be huge for her career. I mean, Belair's already solidified herself a legend in the women's division. She's done it all. She's won Royal Rumbles, Elimination Chambers, and several women's championships in her career already. Belair with a suplex. She looks to go into WrestleMania to face Rhea Ripley, who she was having problems with last year, and finished business at WrestleMania. That's what Belair said she was going to do. But Bianca splashes no. If she gets the knees up here. Belair with another shot. But could you imagine if Sol Ruka was the one who derailed Bianca's momentum by defeating her here tonight? That would be huge. Bianca in control for now. She beats on the back of Sol Ruka. Sol Ruka definitely needs to do something to get herself back into this match. See if she can find it. She grabs the leg of Bianca and trips her. And moonsault there. And gonna try to do one from the ropes. Bianca got out of the way. And Ruka again catches her, trips her. Gonna hit another moonsault here, and she does. Misses this one. And Belair. Oh. Elbow. Bianca gets up. Sol Ruka here. And Ruka sends Bianca into the corner. I'm gonna send her down and kick there. In the corner. Drop kick to be specific, and now Sol Ruka drop kick to the head. And now the moonsault.
So Luca's going crazy right now.
Yeah, she could very well
Upset Bianca Belair.
And Belair, got the hair whip. That has been so dangerous in Bianca matches when you face her. Now has Ruka up and gonna go for a KOD to put this thing away.
KOD.
Will Bianca punch her ticket to the Elimination Chamber into the cover? One, two, and a kick out from Ruka. And Sol Ruka's still in this. Bianca's got to do more to put away Sol Ruka here.
Yes, very athletic, young talent.
Yep. She's not going down easy to Bianca here tonight. Misses. Belair. And locks in an abdominal stretch. Is Sol going to tap? She gets to the ropes. Now Sol Ruka with Bianca Belair. Brings her down, picks her up. Now what's she thinking? Sends Bianca into the other corner. And, takes another shot at her. And another drop kick, and Bianca's getting tired out here. She's getting worn out. Sol Ruka could find something to win this match. Has Bianca up. And down she goes into the cover. Is that enough? And Bianca gets the shoulder up at 2.
So
again, Bianca got a beat down in the back here of Sol Ruka in this very crucial match. See who goes to the Elimination Chamber on February 14th. And Bianca with an elbow from the top. Big move there for Bianca Belair. Stepping on the arm of Sol Ruka. And F sets her in position, gets her into the corner here. It's Bianca thinking.
And
Dragonfly
on the top.
And now what's she thinking? Oh, probably KOD to put this thing to rest. Has her up for a second time, and a second KOD. Cover. We go to Elimination Chamber. 2, and Bianca's punched her ticket to the chamber. So Bianca Belair in a competitive battle with Sol Ruca knocks her off here on SmackDown tonight and is headed to the Women's Elimination Chamber, where if she wins, can finish business with her rival Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania for the Women's World Championship.
Here is your winner, Bianca
Here comes CM Punk. Of course, it looks like his rivalry with Roman Reigns is not quite over yet, as Roman Reigns eliminated Punk from the Royal Rumble. Now, obviously, it is every man for themselves in the Royal Rumble. It's just CM Punk didn't want his Royal Rumble run to end via elimination by Roman Reigns, and he knew Roman Reigns was doing it to, you know, spark some anger out of him, because they were fighting the entire match. This is something CM Punk wanted over last year, and they are still going. We gotta wonder what CM Punk's proposal is here tonight.
weighing in at 218 pounds,
Chicago made. People call that shirt the CM Punk shirt, that black side, but it's CM Punk shirt. That's nice. He literally stole a city's flag. That's what it was. He stole the city of Chicago's flag. That's horrible. It's his flag.
You know what? I said this feud with you, Roman, was going to end last year, and you're still dragging it on. So I'm come down to my final conclusion. And my final conclusion is that we have one final match before we finally move on from each other. And I hope you accept this one, because I want it to be on the biggest stage. But at WrestleMania, I'm challenging you to a no-holds-barred, non-sanctioned match, which means, classically, that the company is not responsible for any damages that happens to either of us during that match, so we can really beat the hell out of each other, and it'll be at our own cost. So Roman, please accept my challenge, because I'm done with you after WrestleMania, and I mean it this time. So CM Punk challenging Roman Reigns to a WrestleMania match a no-holds-barred, non-sanctioned match, which means that the company will not be responsible for any injuries or damage that happens to Roman Reigns or CM Punk in said match, which means their pain comes at their own expense. Let's see if Roman Reigns accepts. So here we go, our final women's qualifying Elimination Chamber match of the night. Of course, we will have 3 more of these next Friday on SmackDown, and 1 more men's one next week, which will be MJF having an open challenge, so we don't even know who the second qualifier will be for that match. But it's MJF or somebody. And then, of course, the 3 women's ones will be Lita versus Zoe Stark, Jade Cargill versus Natalya, and Sonya Deville versus B-Fab. That'll be next Friday night on SmackDown. But we're about to figure out the first half of the Elimination Chamber tonight. So far, it's Kairi Sane and Bianca Belair, and the third spot will either go to Maxine Dupree or Io Sky.
And her opponent from Tokyo, Japan, Io Sky.
So, of course, Io Sky was champion for most of last year and wants this year to be kind of similar, so she's trying her best right now to win the Women's Elimination Chamber and go on to face Rhea Ripley, who took the championship from her at WrestleMania, so they can have a rematch. So here we go, Maxine versus Io Sky here. Winner is the 3rd member of the Women's Elimination Chamber, and we'll find out the second half of the bracket, or not the bracket, but the competitors next week. So collar and elbow tie-up here. Io Sky turns that into a waist lock. And Maxine's going to try to get out of it and puts the former women's champion in a headlock. And elbows her. What a win for Maxine. Maybe tonight she can knock off a former women's champion and the woman who basically dominated the SmackDown Women's division for pretty much all of last year. And Io gonna get out of this arm lock. And these two getting very technical so far in this matchup. And Maxine picks up Io and slams her down. Now has Io's head and slams her against the mat. And Io Sky, double stomp. And a drop kick there for Maxine. Trying to pick Io up, but Io with a jawbreaker onto Maxine. Hits her with an elbow to the knee. And Io now, kick to the side of the head. Can Io give herself some momentum and try to win this match and go to the Elimination Chamber to finish business with Rhea Ripley, which we said earlier about Bianca Belair too, but a different kind of business for Io. Of course, the last 2 times Io has faced Rhea Ripley, there's been an interference of Kairi Sane. So now Maxine trying to get up Io, but Io, it's an elbow. Maxine trying to remain in control of this match here. Io Sky trying to give herself some momentum. But Maxine is wrestling with some great defense right now. And Io Sky with the DDT finally gets Maxine down. And a drop kick from Maxine, and both women are down now, and Io favoring that knee. So who's going to get up first here with an Elimination Chamber opportunity on the line? And I'm going to continue to go for that knee that she tweaked there, and Io gets out of harm's way and takes another drop kick. Trying to pick Io up, Io with a jawbreaker. Now Io Sky sent into the corner. And again, takes her down, double stomp again. Maxine kicks up. Now Io sends her into the corner. Has her up on the top rope. What's Io thinking? Looking to put Maxine away here. Looking for that dragonfly from the top rope, which helped Bianca Belair win earlier too. And down goes Maxine. Io might have taken some damage herself here. But can she close this thing out and punch her ticket to Elimination Chamber? In position. There's the moonsault cover. 1, 2, 3. Io's in the chamber. So Io, Bianca, and Kairi, the first 3 confirmed members of the SmackDown Women's Elimination Chamber.
Here is your winner, Io Sky.
So Io Sky headed to the Women's Elimination Chamber on February 14th, 2026 in Philly. Shit. Roman Reigns beating the hell out of CM Punk back here in the parking lot. He's pummeling down CM Punk. CM Punk just opened a WrestleMania challenge to Reigns, and Reigns is beating the hell out of him. There's a spear. This rivalry has been going on for months. Their first singles match together was back at SummerSlam this past year, and now we are entering WrestleMania season, and these two are still going, and Roman Reigns is beating the hell out of him right now. CM Punk wanted to move on from this rivalry a while ago. Reigns is still not over it, clearly. He eliminated CM Punk from the Royal Rumble. He cost him versus Chad Gable last week in a match where if Punk won, he would have faced Gunther at Elimination Chamber for the world title. Reigns is not backing off from CM Punk until he gets that closure he feels like he deserves. And Roman Reigns beating the hell out of Punk after that challenge from CM Punk. And Punk is bleeding and everything, and Reigns is continuing the beating, and you gotta wonder if Roman Reigns is gonna accept this challenge or want to add a stipulation of his own. Reigns now, oh my god, with Punk already cut open. DDT on the cement. Sending a message to CM Punk ahead of WrestleMania when Punk just issued a challenge for him at WrestleMania. Just throwing him around and everything. I mean, the camera's literally opened with Roman Reigns beating up CM Punk, so I'm assuming he blindsided him, considering Punk is showing no signs of offense himself. And Roman Reigns, oh my god! And another spear. And now Reigns at the stop sign. To the cut open head of CM Punk and hits him with the stop sign. And Roman Reigns has made his intentions clear. And I think he's going to accept that WrestleMania challenge, or not worst, just want to add his own stipulation as he stands over a beaten up CM Punk. And now what? He's not done. Putting CM Punk in a guillotine. And out he goes. So here we go, our main event to determine who will be the second SmackDown competitor in the Men's Elimination Chamber. It will either be LA Knight or Braun Breaker. This is a big SmackDown main event here. Two guys who could very easily, or very likely win the Elimination Chamber if they were to make it there. Here comes Braun Breaker. And even though he did not win the Royal Rumble, there's still a very good chance he could be challenging for a world title at WrestleMania if he can defeat LA Knight tonight and go on to the Elimination Chamber and win it. And it's still open to what world champion he can face too, since Brock Lesnar has not picked who he wants to go on and face at WrestleMania. So here we go. Breaker and LA Knight here for the fifth available Elimination Chamber spot. Who is going to come out on top? And these two were teaming just a couple weeks ago, and now they have to fight here for an opportunity at the Elimination Chamber, and they have no problem with that. And here we go, Breaker and LA Knight. This is a huge main event. Like I said, these are two guys who could very likely win the Elimination Chamber if they get there. And what a takedown there from Braun Breaker, and another clothesline to LA Knight as he rolls him over for the cover to punch his ticket to the Elimination Chamber, and LA Knight kicks out. And Braun Breaker now. Oh. Elbow there to LA Knight as Braun Breaker is in control of this match here in our main event. Big stakes here for both men. And LA Knight is into the corner and punches him. And Braun Breaker now. LA Knight shifts him back over. This one is remaining very competitive. Back and forth. And Breaker with another headbutt. Taking down LA Knight, and Knight gets out of the way. But Braun Breaker continues to be control of this match here in our main event of Friday Night SmackDown. Braun now with Knight by the throat, picks him up.
Jesus Christ.
Fireman's carry, power slam cover to go to the chamber. 1, 2, and Knight at 2. Braun has not put him away yet. And now, looks like we're going to get a back and forth here. Who's going to win this one? Oh. Both hitting each other back as hard as they can here. Before one guy eventually goes down. And here we go. Now LA Knight going to take a couple more shots. Braun Breaker coming back with shots of his own. You can see the bruises and red marks on these guys' faces here in this match. This has been a competitive one here on Friday Night SmackDown. And a big spine buster there that might have taken the life out of LA Knight. Will it be enough to go to the chamber? And LA Knight with another 2 count. Breaker can't put him away quite yet. LA Knight going to go to the legs of Braun Breaker. Takes a couple strikes. Breaker responds with one of his own. And now has LA Knight up and gets him down with a body slam there. Knight kicks him in the head. Knight hitting these shots as hard as he can. I have Braun Breaker exactly who wants him. Breaker tried to lock in a submission, it looks like there potentially. Maybe a bear hug and a clothesline. And this one is hard fought between these two. And now Breaker again trying to get that bear hug in. LA Knight counters. Going for a BFT. There it is! Is that enough to put away Breaker? And a kick out at 2 from Braun. The match goes on. What could LA Knight be thinking now? Knee and a clothesline to Breaker. Both men down. And LA Knight gets some momentum here against Braun Breaker in a match that has been hard fought, like I said. Gonna get Braun up, and Braun trips him up. And now LA Knight using the ropes to help himself get up and sends Braun out of the ring. LA Knight now. Breaker. Trying to send him into those tables, but LA Knight gonna, scoop slam on the outside. Now what's LA Knight thinking? Sends Braun into the stairs. Could we be at a point where LA Knight just needs one more big move to win this match and go into Elimination Chamber and beat Braun Breaker? Braun has still never been pinned on the main roster yet. And in PWG in general. And Breaker now. Fireman's carry. Down goes LA Knight. And I'm going to go for the spear to put this one away. And a spear to LA Knight. Does Breaker have enough to put LA Knight away here? Gets into the cover. Is that it? 1, 2, 3. And Breaker wins, but I think LA Knight has his hands on the ropes. But the ref didn't see it, and Breaker has won.
I did a cheap way here, but
I don't even know if Breaker saw that LA Knight's hands were on the ropes. So the referee not going to overturn his decision here. And that puts Breaker in the Elimination Chamber. So a great match ruined by a missed call from the official, and Braun Breaker has pinned LA Knight here on SmackDown. It's right here. You can see kind of in that creek hole that, yep, LA Knight gets his hands on the ropes before the 3 count. Braun with a bloodied face and all punches his ticket to the Elimination Chamber while he now joins John Cena as the 2 SmackDown competitors inside of the chamber.